Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 will be a masterpiece. I mean, it has to be after the first game died quicker than Lokir of Rorikstead in the prologue of Skyrim. It probably met that fate because there was no voice acting at launch. Felt like you were playing a fan mod for Super Smash Bros. Brawl, not even Ultimate, I meant to say Brawl intentionally be the dubs. Also, the music for Glove World was ripped straight out of a generic stock music collection from iMovie in 2007 or some swit like that. I mean, really, what was that? The mechanics were good, though, and the game was fun when you could actually find a match and weren't staring at what was essentially an infinite loading screen in bad matchmaking form. Yes, I'm aware there was a lack of players, but it was still fetching bad matchmaking. I took a trip to the Ascadian Isles for a week or two once, and when I came back, my PS4 was still trying to find a match. The online mode did not honor the sixth house, and the tumbleweed-filled servers unmourned. The game is adding Squidward finally. I mean the Enwas at Ludosity and Fairplay Labs. The latter of which do not play fair, I am sure, didn't think to even add him as the first DLC character for the original game. It's almost as bad a crime as Waluigi never making it into the Smash roster, almost. Although I do think Tom Nook and Knack, the protagonist of Knack, not making the cut was almost as bad in my humble yet still godly opinion. In another divine opinion, we have Jimmy Neutron, and it's about time. No returning Hugh Neutron, it seems. Maybe the meme is dead at this stage, and Game Mill Entertainment cut him out as a result. Hugh Neutron is Poke Floats from Melee confirmed. He is never coming back, guys. Although maybe one of his ducks might be an item or assist trophy equivalent. Maybe get Timmy's dad from Fairly Odd Parents instead. And Timmy himself, of course. Raphael and Donatello are finally joining the brawl. It only took a century. My only fear is that now that we have all the TMNT siblings, Ludocity and company will develop and include all siblings OCD clause complex thing and decide to include every single fetching loud sibling from the fetching loud house. We do not need that. We do not need fetching Lorenzo and Lucinda Loud waltzing into the brawl with their one-dimensional obsessions as a part of their moveset. I don't know their names, forgive me, but I don't care. I mean, I basically know nothing about the Loud House. Because like most people who are fans of Nick All-Star Brawl, I was too old and decrepit to be keeping up with Nick programming when it first started airing. I was at least 3,000 years old when it began. I don't care if we have to represent the new generation of Nickelodeon. I'm an old, miserable fetcher, and I will gatekeep this video game. Fetching Lucian Lickitung. Loud the Third in Nick All-Star Brawl. Don't you dare, Ludosity. Loud. Anyway, on to other fighter requests that I have. Drake and Josh, obviously. Josh could bludgeon his opponents to death with the Game Sphere. Carly Shay from iCarly. She could live stream people to death or something. Dora the Explorer and Blue from Blue's Clues or We Riot. Their movesets are obvious and too viscous to describe aloud. Same goes with Pablo the Penguin from the Backyardigans. He better make the cut too. Of course, instead we'll get Linda Laminated Leprosy Loud, I'm guessing, whose obsession with sock puppets or playing some classical instrument is part of her moveset. No Zuko or Plankton, I tell you, but we will be getting one loud sibling after the next. How much alliteration does one show need? I mean, who names their kids while being hopelessly in keeping with some alliterative obsession to the point? Okay, I'm done talking about the Loud House. We also need Ned Bigby and maybe Gordy the janitor too. Don't know what their move set would be, but I guess Ned could hit people with the school survival guide, and Gordy could fight with a mop and that ferret that was always hanging around. Zoe from Zoe 101 as well. Not sure what she could do. I don't know, attack people with a flip phone from the mid-2000s? Sing at people? It would work in some fashion, I'm sure. On a totally unrelated off-topic note, Zoe better have the Verizon Wireless edition of Oblivion on her flip phone. Yes, I'm aware Verizon weren't really the developers, but that's what I call it. Back on point, this game will also have a multiverse-style campaign with Vlad Plasmius from Danny Phantom as the antagonist. So it better be Subspace Emissary on steroids. That's all I really have to say about that. Maybe Master Hand shows up, but without the music from Glove World, please. That tune is like Lavender Town to me now, except it actually causes a person to commit. Forget it, my jokes are dark enough. All in all, get cautiously hyped for this game. However, you should mentally prepare yourself for the unnecessary amount of loud siblings in this game at launch. Don't fetch this up, Ludocity.